song.
Oh, it's starting. All right. So welcome to a happy birthday edition of Everyone is Jane and Everyone is John spinoff run by me, your GM, Mateehee. And today we celebrate the lovely, lovely birthday of Demi. Yay!
Happy birthday!
Yay.
Hi.
So tonight, he's so old. So tonight we are playing with, of course, Demi. We have Emma, and we have Akki. And of course, we are playing Everyone is Jane. I haven't run this before, and we're gonna see how much of a mess it is. But we'll get it.
If it's not a mess, it's not really. We're not doing it.
Anyway, let's begin. So, yes. So as Jane's eyes open, she finds herself in what looks like a child's birthday. There are many children who are running around, giggling, waiting for cake to be served. You see some of the parents watching, onlooking, drinking their beers while they're off to the side. As you look down at yourself, you notice that you're wearing a clown costume for some reason. And actually, at this point, I do want you all to whisper me. You can either do /whisper to bid for will or control of Jane right now. So just whisper me the amount of willpower that you want to bid for this scene. I should have done that at the very beginning, but it's fine. It's fine. And just need Akki to whisper me exactly how much willpower you would like to bid.
It's wasting time, Akki.
So, at this point, Demi, you feel yourself that you now have control of Jane. And through her eyes, you see that she has the white frills. You feel the caked makeup on Jane's face as she touches her skin with her rosy, rosy cheeks. In her left hand, she clutches a red balloon that drifts up into the air, slightly sags down as the helium has started to run out. And there's many, many children around who seem to be very happy and screaming and playing.
Morning, Jane.
Excuse me.
How are you?
Who's this?
Oh, it's me, Jane. It's your conscience.
Conscience? Oh, jeez. What do you want?
Take a nice look around here, Jane. What do you see?
Jane looks around and you see a number of different children playing. There seems to be 3 or 4 boys that are standing in the corner, each playing a game of kicking each other in the nuts. And they say, "Kick him in the nuts!" And then one of them runs up to the other and kicks him in the nuts, and they start laughing. And then I was like, "Kick him in the nuts!" And they run over and kick him in the nuts. All the other children are playing around and having a good time. You see one child start to wander up towards Jane.
Is he saying anything?
He's still far away. He's a few steps away. Do you want to say anything to Jane before he comes up?
Listen, Jane. Is there a pinata anywhere here, Jane?
I think there's a pinata. Looks around, and you see a pinata hanging from a tree top. You see it looks like a little cherry that's covered in confetti and such. It's all glued. You assume that it's bursting with candy.
Jane, we gotta crack open that pinata.
She says, "Oh, okay." As you start to make your move, she moves towards the pinata. And a small child comes up and says, "Aw, geez, do you think you can make me a balloon?"
Listen, Jane, ignore him. You gotta get that pinata, Jane.
Oh, right there. And the child starts pulling at your clown costume, attempting to get your attention. Jane tries to pay no mind, moves their way to the cherry pinata that hangs from the tree. You see some of the other children turn their heads towards you and start making their way over, following you in like a small train.
Listen, Jane, who's the lucky kid today? Whose birthday is this?
She says, I think it's a fat kid. He points over to the one kid who just got kicked in the nuts.
Jane, you gotta convince him to break open his piñata, Jane.
She says, okay, and there's a number of children following around now, asking for balloons. Say, hey, can we have a balloon? So Jane walks over in front of the birthday boy. He's a short, fat little boy. He wears a birthday hat that is on the side of his head. Even though there's not much snow on the ground, he does wear a parka. And as he looks up to you, he says, what do you want?
Jane, tell him you want him to crack open that piñata.
And Jane looks down and then kneels down slightly, bending at the waist, and says, look, do you mind, I don't know, maybe taking a stick there and busting open your piñata? Little boy says, yeah, it's gonna be later.
Tell him there isn't later, Jane. Tell him it's now or never.
And why don't you make me some sort of persuasion roll there?
I have deceit.
How would you deceive this small fat child?
Jane, tell him if he doesn't crack it open now, you're gonna steal it, and he'll never be able to have that candy, that sweet, sweet nectar.
No, okay, all right. And she says, look, kid, if you don't let break this open, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it down from the tree, and I'm gonna just eat it all in front of you. And like, what? And I want you to make me a D6 roll. You can actually click on your token, and you can roll for those skill rolls. Do you want
How dare you? I was about to type it out.
Macros. So he looks up at Jane, those big orbs that he has, big eyes, and he says, that's cute. And he goes over, he takes a stick, and says, nah, let's open the pinata. And of course, Mom's like, watch out there, Eric. You don't want to do that yet. And he says, "Get you, ma'am!" Goes over the pinata. Winds up his arm. And he starts trying to bust it down. As he's whacking away, all the other kids come up and just start cheering. And of course, you hear the one say, yeah, we have a big day! And you see finally, after a few swings with his fat little arms, where he's like, yeah! Just trying to get it down. He finally does so. And instead of candy busting out, there's absolutely nothing inside. And he says, what the fuck, ma'am? And she says, Eric, what's your language? And it seems that his mother thought there was already candy inside when she bought it and didn't fill it with candy at all. What do you do, Jane?
Jane, this is bullshit. You go and confront that mother, Jane.
Well, okay. And, 1 second. I've got my mom. You go over. Jane walks over with her clumpy clown shoes. And every time that she walks, it goes honk, honk, honk as she goes. And when she gets there, she's like, what do I say? What do I tell her?
Jane, you gotta threaten her, Jane. Tell her to get candy, Jane.
Oh, right. And she looks the woman and says, hey, you better get candy or I'm gonna hit you with this cake. And she picks up the cake. It's a very beautiful cake. You see, it's hand-decorated, handmade. You pick it up with both your hands and threaten woman with violence. And she says, "Oh my, I just won't do." And I guess make me some sort of roll to intimidate her with harm. Ooh. Unfortunately, Jane takes the cake and she throws it, but because Jane's arms are so skinny, even though they look so large in this clown costume, it just pops onto the ground, splattering, and you hear the child from far away go, "Yeah!" and start to have a meltdown. If everyone wants to bid for control, as the first voice loses it, so whisper me willpower. All right. Akki.
Oh yeah, what am I supposed to start at if I have 3 skills?
If you have 3, you're at 7.
Okay. Did I win?
So, you did. That's why I said Akki. You come alive inside Jane's head. You see there's a cake now on the ground. Many of the other parents are now very angry. Even the children are starting to surround you in anger. You have still a balloon in your hand and cake on your other. What do you do?
Yeah,
What do you tell Jane? She's starting to freak out.
The voice kind of erupts into Jane's mind.
Jane. The knife, Jane. Buy the cake. Get the knife.
Why do you want me to get the knife?
You have to protect yourself. Protect yourself, Jane. They want to kill you, Jane. Get the knife.
Okay. She reaches out a scraggly hand that's clad in a cake-covered glove. It was a white glove, now it's stained slightly red from the dye. She picks up the knife and with a shaky hand points it towards the parents who are now starting to surround her. And the kids jump back and go, "Whoa!" in surprise. She says, "No, what do I do? What do I do?"
You can feel it in your hand. Can't you, Jane? The blade. It's heavy.
Yeah, I'm not very good with blades.
Use it, Jane. The mother defies you. Use the knife, Jane.
Jane closes her eyes and she just starts swinging wildly towards the woman. Why don't you make me some sort of knife stabby check?
I have skilled with knives.
Yes.
It's +1, right?
No, you have to roll. You don't have any pluses to this.
Okay.
It's basically you roll a 3+ in order to get this.
Okay. Hey.
You got it. So you swipe at her, and you're able to cut her fairly deeply. And she says, "Oh no!" She backs up slightly, and the other parents are like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And they start encroaching, getting closer and closer. There's about 5 parents and a shitload of kids. And Eric's mother is holding her hand as she's bleeding and says, "Oh no, I don't want to. Don't let me get any blood on you, everybody. There's highly infected."
You must run, Jane. Run. They'll kill you. Find someone else, Jane.
And the fence is surrounding you on 3 sides with the door to the house there. And Jane's like, where do I run? Where do I go? How do I leave?
The gate, Jane. Break open the gate.
She says, "Okay," and starts charging, running towards the gate. As she runs, the gate is locked. Why don't you make me some sort of gate opening check?
Alrighty.
Dudes, quickly.
She's sneaky. She could probably get in some stuff.
No, it's not sneaky.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Sneaky doesn't work, but yes.
Yeah,
You're able to undo the latch quickly and close it behind, or Jane can, and close it behind her, but it doesn't close fully. And she just keeps running and running and running until she finds herself on a dirty, dirty, dirty street. You hear the shouts of parents and children alike behind you.
The blood,
Jane's like,
Jane.
What? What?
On the knife. Taste it. Taste the blood, Jane.
Okay, and she looks down at the knife. I want you to make me a roll to not cut yourself while you
Okay.
lick this knife.
Skilled with knives. Hey.
You lick the knife, Jane. Jane puts it in her mouth. You can taste that metallic, coppery taste
Oh.
of blood.
It's good, isn't it, Jane?
No.
Oh, you need more, Jane. More.
Oh, well, as you have made your first objective, you go dark.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, it has to pass anyway.
Yeah.
So, I need to find new music.
This is not how I planned this to be, and it just happened. So creepy, ominous, cannibal Jane.
One sec. So all of you whisper me your bids for control. All right. So Demi, you come back online. You see yourself in the street, still holding that balloon with a knife in your hand.
Jane, what are you doing?
I don't know. There's people who are coming after me, and I stabbed a lady, and then I drank her blood.
Jane, get out of here.
Where do I go? Where do I go? And she starts walking down the street. There's a number of different people who are passing by on the street and such. You see there's a few homeless people who are begging and eyeing you up and down as you walk down the street. Maybe a bit creeped out because you're a clown. Your shoes honk as you go along. Honk, honk, honk as you go down this slightly wet street.
Listen, Jane, we gotta get out of these clothes.
All right now, and she starts taking off her outfit in the middle.
No. Listen, Jane.
Oh,
You gotta get something more normal, something to blend into the crowd.
Like what, man? What do I get?
Get some denim and get a jacket. Take off this goddamn makeup.
Where do I go though for these things? I don't know where to go. And she's just continuing to walk down the street.
Look at that. Look at that guy over there. Or that woman. That homeless person.
And you look over and wait, I have a perfect person. You see an old man with a long beard who's wearing a denim jacket, denim pants, and no makeup. He stands there and he's got a little change cup and he's jingling it around saying, "Change for the poor, change for the poor." And she says, "There."
Yeah, that guy right there. All from a trade, Jane. All from your clothes for his, Jane.
Oh, okay. Jane, I guess we'll put you down here. Walks over to the old man who's begging for change, and he looks to you and says, "Change, change. Do you have money? I want change." And of course, Jane says, "Oh, look, if you'd like, I wanna trade my awesome clothes for your shitty clothes. How about that? It's a deal of a century. Me and you, swapping clothes." And she makes finger guns at the guy to try and get him to swap clothes. He looks up and down and says, "You're not my size. You're too skinny. So small." And she says, what do I say? What do I tell him? What do I do?"
If he doesn't want to threaten him, Jane, threaten him. You've got a knife.
He says, look, if you're not gonna swap me clothes, I'm gonna cut off your beard and stick it in your mouth." I want you to make me some sort of some threatening check. There, Demi. Do you have a skill in this? Are you skilled?
You do not.
Oh no! As she takes the knife and she waves it in front of him, the old man, he takes his can and knocks it against her wrist and bashes it to the side. She goes, ugh! He goes, I want change! And control passes. Give me your bids. So stupid. Akki, you awaken again! Your knife is on the floor!
The knife, Jane. Get the knife.
Oh, Jesus! She goes down on her knees and pats the ground, trying to pick up the knife. As she's grabbing for the knife, the old man's coming down. It's like, change! And starts attempting to wrestle with Jane. And of course, there's many onlookers who look around to Jane. They look down at both the old homeless man and denim on denim with denim accessories and a can, and also the clown. And they say, "Hobo fight!" And they start throwing money at the group of you and start to roll around. And she goes, "What do I do with being hit by a homeless dude?" And you roll around.
Kill him, Jane.
Ground.
The post. Drive his spine into the post, Jane.
All right, make me a wrestling check.
Oh, he has knowledge of anatomy, so that he's gonna go for the vitals.
That's not knowledge of anatomy. You're wrestling.
Yeah, he's doing, break the spine.
No. If you want to, like, I
He
don't
wants
know,
to kill
take
him.
the knife,
Kill him, Jane.
stick your
Kill
hand
him.
somewhere. So where would you tell her to aim if you're going for vitals?
Oh, yeah.
His neck, Jane. Slam his neck. Get the post right in the center. Crack the spine. Break the marrow.
I'm not strong enough. I can't get him in the post. I don't know, take his can and put it against his neck.
Yes. Rip and tear the jugular. Rip it open, Jane.
She takes the can. It's a struggle. It's a big struggle. So if you're able to do this, and you have to accomplish wrestling the can away from him, so make me a wrestling check.
All right, here we go.
This is not an
Hey!
You don't get it.
No,
You don't.
it has to be a 6.
It has to be a 6 if you're untrained.
Remember, you can
Oh,
always
but I'm
spend
sneaky.
willpower.
Would that help with like stealing the fucking thing?
What?
I'm sneaky. I could steal the
Well,
fucking cup.
You just said you wanted to wrestle.
Well, I mean that would
It's
apply to
actively
like
holding
wrestling the
it.
cup away. Like you could like slip up in there and get it.
He's holding it.
Yeah,
Pocket
get it
him.
out of his hands.
Don't blather me, Akki. You can spend a willpower if you want. to
Oh yeah,
accomplish-
you can spend a willpower, can't you? All right, I'll do that.
It's technically at the start, but it's fine.
Oh yeah,
because
I'll
you
do that. I
spend your
forgot
willpower,
about that
you
shit.
know this. So as you have you take the can and you rip off, there's still the top part on there, and you end up ripping the top part off the can, and you get him right in the neck, and it goes as blood starts to spew out onto your face, decorating your beautifully covered sad clown makeup all over your mouth and eyes and in your hair as it
Oh, yes, Jane. It's good, isn't it, Jane? Can you feel the warmth?
And these people are like, "Whoa, how about fight?" As they cheer around and blood spews out into the crowd. They start screaming and everybody runs away. He continues to choke until he stops moving and twitching. In the distance, you start to hear police sirens. And as you lose control there, Akki,
Mhm.
Wee woo. Demi? Demi!
Demi.
You still have control.
What?
You still have
Do I
control,
really?
Akki. Yes.
Oh my god.
Emma's
body
doing
chain.
nothing in every round.
Perfect, Jane. You've done so well for me, Jane. Take the body now. Drag it to the alley. Drag it to the alley, Jane.
Okay, and woo woo! You start to hear police sirens in the distance as Jane struggles to pull the body into the alley. She's heaving and hawing. It's very slow. It's very slow going.
Now,
The cop's getting closer.
Quickly.
She's only halfway there.
Jane, the meat. Take the meat from the arm.
Okay, how do I? She shoots onto the ground. How do I take a meat?
Take the meat, Jane. Strip it from the bone.
On the street? You're not even in the alleyway yet.
Yeah, he's panicked. He needs to hurry. He
Alright,
just needs the meat.
Make me a check to shear this meat.
Knowledge of anatomy.
Alright.
Shear that meat. Yes.
So you shear off the meat, just and I guess it's mostly just, cutting away at it. You get half an arm, I guess.
Yeah.
The skin.
No.
The arm with the muscle.
Now, Jane, run through the alleys to the meat packing plant.
And she starts running. She says, "It's so far away!"
You must hurry, Jane. Hurry.
She starts running down the alley. And as let me 1 second.
I think it transitions, right?
There's so many transitions.
This is going so quickly. Oh my god. This has advanced much more swiftly than I anticipated.
I think, let me know if I'm right, Demi. You can also get multiple points for like the same objective level, right?
What do you mean?
Like if you complete your obsession 1, you can continue completing your obsession 1, or no? Like
Yeah,
you get
every
1
time you complete the obsession,
Oh.
you get points.
Oh, yeah. Oh, then
But you also lose control.
Yeah, every time.
Oh, yeah, okay. Then, I guess in this case, as she's running,
Now, will you run to the meat packing plant, Jane? The meat. Taste of the meat.
As she's running down this alleyway, and you continue to hear the weep woo of the police sirens in the distance, as she's trying not to let this arm slip out of her hands, as she's trying to keep it there. Make me a roll for having this arm not slip out of her hands and onto the ground as she's booking it down this alleyway. I don't think you have anything for this,
No, I don't.
unfortunately. You didn't? Oh, no. So the arm, as you're running, there is, at the other end, from where you came in.
shit, I didn't realize. I would have had him just get at it.
Mm-hmm. As they're running, there is a police officer who's at the end and says, "Stop where you are, criminal scum!" and starts firing at Jade. She's spooked and she drops the arm and goes, "Whoa!" and continues running down this alleyway in her clown costume covered in blood. Unfortunately, you lose control, so bidding goes back up as you're trying to escape the police.
Amazing.
Alright, good for control.
Wait, the blood got in her mouth, didn't it?
No.
Okay, fine.
Well, no.
I will say I'm out of willpower.
Well, that was quick.
I know.
Emma! You now have control as you are a bloody clown running down the street. There are people who see you and go, "Ah!" and run away.
Oh my god. This has gotten so out of hand. Listen. Let's just... Go back. Let's talk to the officer. Say exactly what I tell you to say, okay?
Okay. And she stops in the middle of the alleyway, turns around, puts her hands up, and the officer starts moving down the alleyway. And it says, "Don't move." He does not look, officer. I just want to talk. What do I tell him? What do I tell him?
Okay. So say, are you gonna kiss me or do I have to lie to my diary?
Okay. Hey, officer. Are you gonna kiss me or do I have to lie to my diary?
Yeah, that was so good.
The officer looks at you confused. Is that? I think that's one of your goals, isn't it?
Huh?
Oh wait, it's a gentleman. It's a male officer. He looks at you and says, "What the fuck?" She says, "It didn't work. What do I say now?"
Okay, you got him. Say, am I on an episode of Fixer Upper because I've never seen hardwood like that in real life?
Oh, Jesus. Hey, officer, am I on an episode of Fixer Upper? Because I've never seen hardwood like that. The officer looks very confused and puts down their gun to the side and says, "Are you okay?
It's
We
working.
call an ambulance." Okay, what do I do now? It's easy to drop his gun. What do I do?
Okay, hold out your hand and say, would you hold this for me while I go for a walk?
Jade
Oh my god.
hesitates for a moment, says, "Hey, look, officer, if, and you see she holds out her gloved hands, covered in blood, mind you, and says, would you hold this for me while I go for a walk?" And why don't you roll me some sort of, I don't know, persuasion or seduce? Skill here.
Asterisk text work.
No, you're not texting. Ooh, what's this?
What about my video game skill?
Probably
I'm really
not,
good
no.
at those romance options in Dragon Age.
She did
That's
dating.
a good point.
That's true with the dating sim.
Yeah.
Sure,
Oh my
I'll
god.
give it to you. Holy shit! And he looks concerned and looks at the blood and looks at your face as a clown. And you see him take his walkie-talkie on his shoulder, and it's like, "Hey, guys, I think we could call some sort of maybe some backup or something, but don't worry, I've got the perp right here." And he signs off. And as he does so, he's like, "All right, I'll hold your hand there." And he comes over. He looks over to you. He has the gun still in his right hand, but it's facing the ground. He extends his left hand and holds Jane's hand.
Okay. Say, your body is a wonderland, and I want to be Alice.
Okay, hey, your body is a wonderland, and I want to be Alice. He's like, "Okay, you're right, lady. Me and you, we're gonna just go this way, back to my car. We're gonna go for a little trip. Come on." And he starts to try and lead you down, back towards where his car is, back down
But
the
yeah,
alleyway.
he's trying to take you home. Now's the moment. Kiss him.
Okay, and Jane first leans in and sees that he has a helmet on and pulls the helmet up. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And make me a kiss check.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, you didn't pull the helmet up just enough, so you kiss the rim, the visor of his helmet. You smear clown makeup and blood all over it, obscuring his vision, and he starts to go, "Ah, ah!" And he pulls out his gun and goes bang, bang, bang everywhere, and control passes start bidding. Demi?
Oh my god. What do you do here?
Doesn't Akki have nothing?
I have
I did
nothing.
nothing. So as because no one bid anything, Jane passes out.
Oh no.
Ooh. That means we all regain 1 willpower.
Oh
We all
my
regain
god.
1 willpower.
I'm back in the game, baby.
The blood.
Wait a sec.
Am I just bidding 0 like every time?
I think so.
Yaki bid 0.
I bid 0 a few times. The problem is the one I wanted to make sure I got it because it was a chance to get blood and shit. So
Blood,
I bid
blood,
3,
blood, God.
and that used up a lot. And then I bid 2 for the other one I took control in. But both of them satisfied a tier 1 and a tier 2. So I'm pretty happy.
Give me a sec, I'll switch the ambiance. There we go. So, as you awaken, Jane, her eyes flutter open. She is now what seems to be wearing different clothes, seems to be very plain clothes. She opens her eyes, there's a couple fluorescent lights hanging over, and she sits up from a bed. She looks around and sees that 3 of the walls are covered in bars. One of them is covered in concrete. And she sits up and looks around, finding herself in what looks to be a jail. There's someone seems to clear their throat from the corner of the room. Actually, shit, I should have got you guys to bid for control. We'll bid for control now!
Hey,
I guess I'll roll 0.
control.
Okay. So, Akki,
Again? What? How is this happening?
y'all have been 0. As you look around, there's a woman in your cell. Looks at you and says, "Hey, Bunky, how's it going?" And Jane's like, oh god, how to get in jail.
Jane.
Jesus.
He said you're awake.
Oh god.
Finally, Jane.
Oh no.
They took the blood. They took our blood. But
Yeah.
look forth, Jane. They've given us a gift. A perfect meal to be eaten. Eat, Jane.
I'm not that hungry.
Go forth and eat.
Okay, and she sits up out of her bed. You look to the other woman. She looks fairly strong. She leans against the bar, seems to eyes Jane up a little bit. And she says, oh, you're sure a skinny one, aren't you?
Sneak up,
What do you do,
Jane.
crack?
Get close to her. And then bite.
Jane crouches down, much like a stealth video game character, and starts to shimmy along the ground. The woman looks down and says, what are you doing? She's, I'm sneaking. I'm in stealth right now. She says, what do I do? She sees me.
Get closer, Jane. Ask her to hold you, Jane.
Jane, as she kind of duck walks, as her thigh, she's kind of crouched a little bit, and she's duck walking across the cell towards the woman, who looks very confused. Leans up and looks down at Jane. Jane looks up at her and says, hold me! And I want you to make me some sort of persuasion or seduce check.
Can I use knowledge of anatomy to
No, you
compliment her?
can't! No!
Shit.
No! So, she says, hold Help me! The woman looks down and is like, I'm not fucking holding you. Puts her boot or kind of shoe onto Jane's face and kicks her backwards, having Jane roll onto her butt and onto her back. And just ah! And bidding for control happens again.
Oh, fuck.
And I know you have 0 again,
I have 0.
Akki. Oh my god.
Quick, everybody bid 0 and just pass out with her there.
No. Double zeros from Demi. Great.
Double
Emma!
aughts. Oh, yeah.
As you're on your back, and she goes, ah! You open your eyes and you look up and there's a vision of red-haired beauty above you looking down, and she says, what the fuck are you on? And can I have some?
Okay, you gotta be very careful here.
Okay.
Say exactly as I tell you to say.
Exactly as I tell. Oh wait,
No, not that.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
This is so us. Me doing all the talking, you sitting there looking all cute.
What? Wait, what? You're
Say
being
that.
that.
Say it. Just trust me.
Hey, there's me sitting here and you standing looking all cute. Is that it? She says, what?
You said it wrong. Try this other one. If you were a fruit, you'd be a pineapple.
Hey, if you were a fruit, you'd be a fine apple. And why don't you make me a seduce check there, Emma? You can spend willpower to make sure it succeeds or add bonuses to your roll, FYI.
Can I do that after I roll?
No, before.
God damn it. Then yeah, I'll spend a willpower.
1 willpower, so add it into your macro and you roll.
Is it just like +1?
A 1. 4. And she kind of leans down. She puts a hand on your cheek and just says, oh my fucking god, another one. And she punches you in the face. And Jane goes, ah! And as that happens, willpower switches again. Poor Jane.
Bid 0.
Oh my god, people! I mean...
The 0-bit alliance begins! Forever game!
Sim?
Just infinitely get us more and more points.
Alright, Emma, you still have control.
Oh, shit.
Your face is bleeding, blood running down your nose. But she's on top of you.
Hey. Okay, say, are you Australian? Because you meet all of my qualifications.
Fuck's sake.
So, as a heads up, Emma, because you do have the skill in creepy asterisk test, if you talk in creepy asterisk texts, I will allow you
That's
that to
fitting.
count.
That's fitting.
Okay, fuck what I just said. Say,
Okay, what do you want me to say?
say, ooh woo, what's this?
All right. Ooh, woo, what's this? She says, what? What are you talking about? She sits up a bit, very confused. Oh, what else? It's working, I think.
Say, you push me up against the ground, and I stare at you, terrified but aroused.
You push me up against the ground, and I stare at you, terrified but aroused. She, again, looks confused. Why don't you make me a roll to seduce this woman with creepy asterisk talk?
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. She just gets up and says, guards! Guards! She's crazy. Please help me. And as the guards start to come and say, what the fuck is this? Control switches.
this isn't the right situation, you know?
It's a hard situation.
Everybody bid 0, and we can just keep getting infinite willpower. It works. And then we can play forever.
God damn it.
Troll Matt.
Jane will act on her own then. I'll be playing with myself. Be a good time.
Whoa.
Nothing new.
Children.
Children watch this.
The police officer. You know what? We'll make it a woman. Because it is a woman's prison. She comes up and says, "Yes, what's the problem? What's happening in here?"
What the fuck?
Like, can you get this Looney out of here? She keeps saying, "Ooh, what's this?" And just being weird. She says, "Oh my, I'll make sure to take care of her right away." She opens up the cell and leans in and picks you up off the ground there, Jane. She says, "Oh gosh, she's taking me away."
Say, excuse me, officer, do you have a few minutes for me to hit on you?
She's like, "Excuse me, officer, do I have a few minutes to wait? A few minutes of your time to hit on you?" And the officer
Nailed it.
sets the drag, Jane out of the cell and says, "No, we don't have time for this. We're going to take you down to solitary confinement because you seem to be crazy."
What
And
the
she's
fuck?
walking down.
Ooh. What solitary confinement?
And she says, "Well, so find this when you're alone for quite a long time, and there's no one who, you get fed through a door slot, and there's no one who can, stimulate you in terms of talking because there's no one else in your cell."
Ooh,
That was all
why
that
don't
I can
you stimulate me another way?
Oh my god.
Make me an uwu roll.
What the fuck? Please roll a 6. Yes.
As she brings you to solitary confinement, she
Oh,
puts
no.
you inside. She did put cuffs around you, and then she puts them behind your back and says, "Oh, we're gonna be using these, aren't we?"
Ooh, yes we are.
"Are you a bad little crackhead?" "Tell me you're a bad little crackhead."
I'm such a bad little quackhead.
The door to solitary confinement shuts.
I cannot believe it.
And of course,
So is that like a point for all of my objectives?
I think that's a point definitely for one, from before, but you get definitely the last one. Jesus Christ. Oh whoa. Alright, I need a new scene! Because Jane has fallen asleep afterwards after, you learned that, this woman's father was, Colonel Angus, and he was very skilled in the ways, and passed it down through the family.
What?
Colonel Angus!
Oh my god.
Have you met Colonel Angus or his brother Anal Angus?
My god.
Bid for control! You
Oh
don't know
my
where you're
God.
going. Finally, I did it right. Okay, I want you both Demi and Emma to roll me a d6. Whoever gets higher gets control.
Who? Just that-
Oh yeah, everybody gets +1 willpower because Jane did fall asleep. But it is Demi. Jane opens her eyes, and now she somehow finds herself. Actually, let me get some music for this before, so you're in anticipation.
I hope you know I had that stupid fucking song on for the first, like, 10 minutes of this.
Oh
Without
really?
realizing, yeah.
God. was amazing.
Yeah.
DMC'd.
Mm-hmm.
As you awaken, it's daytime. Jane squints as the light blinds her terrible cracked pupils. As she opens them, she finds herself in a carnival. You see, there's a big top, there's multitudes of rides, there's the Ferris wheel, the horsey one that goes around in a circle, teacups, all the types of rides that you could think. I'm not sure exactly how you got here, but you know you are here now.
What the fuck?
Listen, Jane, you gotta find out where you're at.
Oh God, I'm in a carnival. Looks like I think.
No, Jane, what state are you in?
We'll see. And she walks by. She's wearing some cheap clothes, I'd say.
Is that a fucking popcorn machine?
She's somehow rated at JCPenney, maybe. I don't know. JCPenney cheap. Now it is.
Jane, are you in Pennsylvania, Jane?
Oh, I'll ask. And she goes up to a kindly woman who's like, get your tickets here. And as Jane walks up all scraggly and gangly, she says, oh my, the homeless apartment. What can I get? Do you need tickets? What do you need?
Jane, ask her what state you're in.
Okay. She says, what state am I in? She says, Pennsylvania, of course. Where else would we be?
Jane, ditch this carnival, it's lame. You gotta find yourself a museum.
Okay, well, we'll get a... Thanks, lady! And she turns around and starts running, battering into some children as she starts to run. As she's running, she runs out of the carnival past quite a lot of people. And she knows if she just keeps running, there is a good chance that she might have to getting tired a little bit. She's like, oh, I'm okay, I need a coffee. I'm gonna be a nap. That'd be great.
You can't take a nap, Jane. You gotta find a national museum.
Okay. Why don't you roll me a d6 there, Demi? You get a 4 or above, you might find one. Oh my god! As you're going in the streets, you do find out that you are indeed in Washington, D.C. There just happened to be a carnival nearby. As you run past one of the streets, you look down and you see the National Archives.
What is this sound?
I don't know. Speak.
Jane, you gotta get into that museum, Jane.
It's the museum audience.
Hello? Oh no.
I'm changing the audience.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought I lost it for a sec.
No, it was me. So you're on the outside right now of the actual museum. There are guards who stand outside and they seem to be, making sure no delinquents or miscreants get in. And Jane starts walking up. She smooths her greasy black hair back and okay, look, cocaine left. Okay, let's go. So what do I say? Why do I get past these the security guards?
Look, Jane, you just gotta get on a tour. Get on a tour of the museum, Jane.
And Jane looks around and she does spot a group who want to tour the museum. And it is led by a slightly older gentleman. And he has a number of people who are following behind. Each of them have, high socks. They seem to have socks with sandals. Indeed, they have fanny packs. Socks go up to their knees. They've got those cargo shorts with multiple pockets, MAGA hats. They're just living the dream right now before coronavirus. Everybody's all packed in tightly like sardines. It's like Florida right now. And they're all taking pictures with their little sun hats on, whatnot. You try to sneak in, you're tiptoeing, your hands are in front of your face like a little rabbit, and you're trying to tiptoe into this group. And why don't you make me some sort of, I don't know, sneaky check to try and blend in amongst this group there, Demi.
If only you were me.
Sneaky sneak, I'll pay 3 willpower to pass this, hopefully no matter what.
Holy shit.
All right.
Really wants it. Oh, wow.
Unfortunately.
Whoa, what do you mean?
You
we
paid 3
That's
willpower.
definitely enough.
Oh, I thought you didn't. I thought you didn't add your bonus. Oh, I thought you added your bonus already. Sorry, because it's in the macro. You add modifiers. Anyway, so you do, and you sneak in. You slip in between a girl, and you see a small boy who has a lollipop in his mouth. And let's see if I can find a small little boy that might be touring around with his mom. Oh, I know the actually. Why would they? Oh well. You see a poor family, and you fit in right with them.
What?
And they're like, "Come on, Kitty, we're gonna tour this place. That's why we're in DC all the way from Colorado." And he said, and you slide in with this family,
Fucking God.
and you start moving in through the museum. And of course, the person in charge of the tour is like, "Welcome to the National Archives. Out of character, I have no idea what's in the National Archives, but look at this thing and this document, and it's amazing. And look here, there's history. He's pointing around and telling
Wow,
you
Jane.
history.
He just pointed a fucking independence document, the document of independence, the declaration.
I don't know. I think so. You see, it's behind. There's many guards, just many people
Oh,
in general.
no.
Busy hanging around, and you do see somewhere behind, some plexiglass,
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
glowing, and you hear this godly sound of "Ah," as you see the light from Jesus shine down upon the Declaration of Independence.
Fucking shit. How did I not fucking realize? You
Jane,
son of a bitch.
look at that. Isn't it beautiful, Jane?
I gotta go to the bathroom. It's pretty nice. Can I pee?
You gotta go to the bathroom, Jane. Go to the bathroom.
Okay, and she goes over to a corner and starts to pop a squat.
Whoa. There are bathrooms in this museum. Be civilized, Jane.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. And she finds a ladies' bathroom. She goes inside. It's a very lovely bathroom, actually. There's incense, I'm guessing, and whatnot. And it's,
What?
heavenly, like all ladies' bathrooms are. There's a couch there. There's some nice magazines. There's some Reader's Digest. They imported them from Canada. And you can read the jokes in the back. It's always very funny. No, all ladies' bathrooms are godlike. That's how it is. Anyway, as Jane sits on the toilet, starts to kick her feet, and evacuates her bowels and whatnot, because she has.
Evacuation.
I had to
Look
shit.
for a lighter, Jane. Look for a lighter. Do you have a lighter on you, Jane?
She passed. I got some lit.
Oh
I
my
got
God.
two pennies. And I got a piece of string. Oh no, it's dental floss. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got that.
Listen, Jane. Take those 2 pennies. Stand on top of your toilet seat.
Okay.
Alright? And rub those pennies together until smoke forms.
I want you to give me a survival check there.
Survival?
Just rubbing these coins together. Trying
Oh.
to get
Sleight of
better.
hand help at all? I'm very good
Sure.
with my hands.
Sure, you're very good with your hands there, Jane. Oh
Doesn't
my
matter.
God.
Oh
You
my
rub these
God.
coins together, and though these copper coins shouldn't, they somehow, probably by the blessing of Nicolas Cage, aka our Lord and Savior, they do alight in your hands, and she says, "Oh yes, we got the flame." Now what?
Did the alarm go off, Jane? Listen closely for the alarm.
She holds up her hands towards the smoke alarm. You see the fire is so raging and it starts to lick at her fingertips. She's like, ah, it hurts. But eventually you hear the whoop, whoop, whoop of the fire and you hear people start to panic. There are sprinklers that go off in the bathroom to isolate it. But people, there's call over the loudspeaker and says, everybody move on, there seems to be a fire. Everyone move to the proper exits. And outside with that poor family, you see the mother say, look, Kenny, we gotta go. We can come back inside afterwards, I think, once they solve this fire. And he says, and the group of them leave, including your party. And as everyone evacuates, Jane flicks out her hands as the fire had scalded them slightly. And she's like, oh, God! Oh, not what voice? No, I don't want to do.
Jane, listen to me. The Declaration of Independence. You gotta steal it, Jane. Now's your chance. Everyone's distracted, Jane.
Okay. And she busts out of the bathroom, pants barely pulled up, not wiping her ass. She hikes up her dirty panties. She looks around and people are flooding out, trying to push her. There's a number of people who are trying to get to the exit, a number of people between you and the Declaration of Independence. Roll me something. Figure out how to get there, Jane. How do I do it? Tell me how to get to these people.
We got sleight of hand, Jane. Just fucking take it and run, Jane.
But how do I get there? How do I get there? That's the trick.
Through the people?
Yeah.
I don't know. Charge through, Jane.
Hey, roll me a charge check then, because there's a lot of people. You might get swept away.
I mean, I rolled that 1d6 already, and I rolled a 4. But I didn't know I was rolling that
It's okay.
charge through
I
people.
will let you go and roll again as you charge through people.
I will spend 2 willpower.
Oh my. You guys
And
have
it
been
wasn't
low,
enough.
huh?
Oh, as you get closer and closer to the Declaration of Independence, there's still people, and you're so close, your fingertips almost touch it, and then 2 people are like, no, there's a fire, we gotta go, and grab you around each arm, and Jane says, no, and she gets dragged away from the Declaration of Independence and back out into the street, and the bidding for control starts now.
Anyways, 0, but I will be back because I have to piss.
Gotcha. Give me 1 sec. I didn't have...
So close.
Yes,
So far.
so far.
Brutal.
Mm-hmm.
I have unlimited power.
Have an incredible idea.
As do
Really?
I. I have a last-ditch effort, if I must.
One sec. Map player. Okay. And as you're swept out by the crowd into the front, there's a lot of people who are hovering around in front of the National Archive. And Emma, you gain control of Jane as she's swept out. And 2 people are like, yeah, we got you to safety. Everything's okay. And they pat you on the shoulder and smile.
Well, thank the people, Jane.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so...
Okay, Jane, here's the thing. Here's what we need to do. I'm gonna give Jane the address of a certain law office
Okay.
to go to that's nearby.
Just do that. Oh, it's like, okay,
Oh, no.
how close is it to the National Archive in terms of running distance? You don't have to be descriptive. You can say in general. Is it within 10 minutes?
Jane can get one of the electronic scooters and get there within 10 minutes, yeah.
There's quite a few people who are around the electronic scooters, and one of them is the small child from earlier who seems to be playing on one. Many are taken, but he's on the last one.
I push the kid off.
I want you to make me some sort of strength check to push this child, as his parents are like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like,
Okay. 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 I'm gonna use 2 willpower on this.
"Okay." Oh no!
God damn it.
Oh
He's
my
trying
god.
to push the child off.
Matt, please. Please.
He's trying to push
Let me
the
spend
child
1
off.
more.
Sure.
We all had our
I'll-
one.
Thank
That's
God.
true. Spend 1 more. And as you do so, you try to push him the first time, he goes, "Ah, ah," and you push him the second time, you grab him by his little hoodie, and you throw him, and you throw him into the street, right as a car comes by and hits him and smears him across the
Does it
asphalt.
count if someone else fulfills my thing?
No.
Are you sure?
Well, it does.
Oh, shit.
That's why you're supposed to keep him a secret, so someone else can do it.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, there we go!
Hey!
You're welcome.
Child, I forgot you, so that makes it great. As you eat this child into traffic, his parents
God.
are like, "Oh my god, you killed Kenny!" And you hop on an electronic bike and you go booking it down to that loft.
Hell yeah. Okay, so I get to the law office and I walk in and go to the front desk and say that I have a meeting with a person named Emma last name.
It's like, have a law office. Well, I need to get one anyway. Alright, so you use that little moped, electronic scooter bike thing, and you drive all the way down, all the way to this law office. It's not too far on bicycle, moped. And as you approach the front desk with your soiled undergarments and soiled pants, you look
You're
disheveled
really
and
muffled for
disgusting.
some reason.
Yeah, you're super
hear me?
muffled, Matt.
It's okay.
There you
Okay,
go.
that's better.
Now more in front of the mic. All right. So as you go to the law office, there's I'd say a receptionist. Let me get a receptionist for you.
What'd you
And
s-
I said, "Let me get a receptionist."
Okay.
She says, how can Emma last name help you exactly?"
I have a meeting with her.
And the woman cocks an eyebrow. With the way that Jane looks, she does not look like the person that would have a meeting with this woman. Make me some sort of persuade check to this lovely lady, as she's very hesitant in getting in contact with Emma last name.
Okay. I'm gonna spend my last willpower point because I really want to do this.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yes.
All right, give me a fucking second. Holy shit. I don't have a token. We'll use this one. So she's like, "Okay, I'll, bring you to her office, I guess." And she gets up out of reception, and she leads Jane towards Emma last name's office. As you get there, you see a woman sitting behind a desk. And as the receptionist opens the door and says, "Oh, you have an appointment, I guess." And she says, "Oh, I do? Okay, come in." And the receptionist leaves, and Jane is left with Emma last name. She's like, what do you want me to say?
Okay. Say this exactly as I say it.
Okay.
Do you take hormones? You're so beautiful at HRTs.
You take hormones because you're so beautiful at HRTs. And I feel like Emma Lasting would understand this. So make
Absolutely,
me,
she would.
seduce check. Seduce. Seduce.
Yes!
Oh my god.
God! She's like, that's the hottest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Amazing.
What do I say to her now?
Say, okay, I've got it. I've got it.
Okay, I've got it. Oh wait, no. Okay.
I've got to find the right pickup line. Just give me 1 second.
All right, just give me 1 second. I gotta think.
No, don't tell that to her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to tell it to you. Sorry for the awkward silence.
There's-
I'm an awkward person. What?
Say there's something wrong with my phone. It doesn't have your number in it.
What's wrong with my phone? It doesn't have your number.
Throw in an oo-woo in there.
Want me to do the floaty woaty and I can notice your floaty woaty over the board.
Fucking god.
You're slowly an emotion.
Okay. No!
I'm a last name. But yeah, I was interested before, but now I'm not. I have work to do. Security. And as security starts to come, control pass. Oh my god. Demi.
Hmm?
Demi. Good for control.
Bid for control.
You're sounding a little muffled again,
Oh.
Matt.
Indeed.
I don't know why. It's weird.
Kind of
That's better.
kind of
What is-
almost like backwards and underwater.
Amazing. Well, I'm more in front of the mic right now. Okay, so both Akki and Demi roll for control. Like roll me a d6.
1d6.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, ya boy.
Everyone's just lowballing it today.
It is
Hi,
true.
guys. I'm sorry.
I
that I'm
also
gonna use
only
this
have
mic
1
to take
point.
God damn it.
Demi's drunk. Akki, you gain control as security starts to come, and you can see
You
Emma
shall
laughing.
not be. You shall not be denied. The window. Push through the window.
Oh God! Jane places her grimy hands that she never washed from the toilet that she spread around. She probably spreads coronavirus. Jane
At
puts
least
it
she
on
didn't wipe
Emma
her ass,
laughing.
so there's no shit on.
That's true. And Emma's last name is, oh God, security, help me! And Jane starts shoving her towards the window. It's like, look, we're gonna, and you push against the window, but it's plexiglass. It doesn't work.
Oh no!
First time.
Push harder, and you just have to get like a really good elbow into it. Okay.
Whoa. Oh, for strength.
Roll for strength.
Your elbow. Break the glass.
Ugh, and she takes her elbow. Jane does. Shoves it against the glass and goes clunk. As her elbow is shattered from knocking it against the glass. She's just very brittle bones, this woman. She's screaming in pain. The security comes and starts to drag her away. You can bid for control there, if you'd like.
I just keep cucking everyone. Oh no.
So, as they're being dragged away, Jane passes out. Everyone gains some willpower. Y'all bid 0.
Did we all bid
Everyone
0?
bid 0?
You need 0
Awesome.
willpower.
I got
Wait,
a
I only
point
had
back.
0, so...
So Emma had 0. How many did you have, Demi?
I had 0.
0. How many do you have, Demi?
I don't have 0, but I bet 0.
So we all get a point and she passes out. Well, they drag her away, right?
Yeah.
Sick.
I will say, if there's one more round of 0 bids, game over, man. Game over.
What? That's
Mhm.
ridiculous.
All right. So, I guess as they pass out, everyone gets 1 bid for control.
Quick, everyone in the room bid 0.
It sucks.
Look, man, these situations are not advantageous.
I know. It just happens to be these places that you're in.
What, you don't think you could recruit me to help you steal the Declaration of Independence?
Oh my god, I need you all to roll me a d6.
Oh my god.
No one wanted to bet 0, huh?
Well, because I knew everyone else would. Yeah, good luck.
Right, Emma. You awaken. Someone says, "You're finally awake." No. But you do awaken in a hospital. Now
Ooh,
that would
interesting.
Do you hear the idle beeps of the machine as there seems to be tubes in your arm? You hear the beep, beep, beep as you lay on the hospital bed. You look over at your chart and it says Jane Doe on the side. You hear doctors and nurses passing by each other in the hallway, communicating. Jane wakes up. She says, "Where am I?"
Are there any... Is there like a nurse, like, in the room?
There is not at the moment, but there could be.
Yes.
You can call a nurse.
Call a nurse.
And Jane says, "Nurse!" And a nurse comes in, wearing blue scrubs, shaved head, large curly mustache.
Beautiful.
I said, "Hey, you're finally awake. We caught you trying to throw someone out a window. But you're okay now."
Say, do you believe in love at first sight, or should I yell at you to come into my room again?
Hey, sir, do you believe in love at first sight, or do you think you should leave and then come back and then I'll call you again? And he cocks an eyebrow. And he takes the chart and puts it in his hands and notes some things down. Says, yes, yes. And schizophrenia? Yes, yes, apparently. Hearing voices? I see. This is quite troubling. Quite troubling indeed.
So, aside from being sexy, what do you do for a living?
And Jane reiterates this. And he looks up and says, you're not the first, person that we have in here who's said such things. It's my glorious, glorious mustache that most of the women and men like. Well, I'm mostly a nurse here, right now on day shifts.
Say, my love for you is like diarrhea. I just can't hold it in.
Oh my god.
And my love for you is like diarrhea. I just can't hold it in. He's like, "Oh, do you need a bedpan?" And he comes over. from this little cabinet here. It says, "All right, roll up to oh, you're right there." It puts a bedpan under your butt and says, "Oh my, we're poopy today." Yeah, I'm pretty shitty. What do I tell him?
Ask him if he's free to go to the Renwick Gallery with you.
Hey, you're free to go to the Renwick Gallery with me, and I don't know why you make me some sort of seduce check.
Okay.
There's no woos.
Yeah.
Like video games. Was that the roll?
That was the roll, yeah.
He just sighs and says, "No, but yeah, the psychiatrist will be in soon. Don't worry, we'll get you some help. Control now passes on to someone else."
Since we can't bid 0.
You can bid 0 if you're
Well,
willing
we
to take that
can!
risk, Akki.
We're not allowed!
Demi and Akki, roll off. You can bid 0, but if everybody bids 0, then it's game over, man. Game over.
Hey.
All right.
I'm back. I'm back, Jane.
Oh, no, I hate you so much.
Jane. Tell him you want to be alone, Jane.
Hey, I want to be alone. I got things to do, bowel movements to have, you know. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, okay. Just call me if you need me." Okay. Departs from the room. You're alone.
Finally, Jane. Finally, just us. Jane,
Hmm.
I'm thirsty, Jane. The IV. Rip it out.
Oh, God. She pulls at it and pulls at it and pulls. She pops it out. She's like, "Ah, God, it hurts." There's fluid spraying everywhere.
The pain is good, Jane.
No,
Means
it's
you're alive. Now, Jane, drink. Drink of thyself into infinity. Into infinity.
beyond. Okay, and she sticks out her tongue, tries to lick her arm. I want you to make me a check to see if she can.
To see if she fucking falls over before she licks her arm. She has knowledge of anatomy. She knows the right place and how and where to lay. Hey!
3+, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
She knows how to get the blood out of there real good.
He ends up somehow attaching her mouth to her wrist and slowly drinks the sweet succulent nectar of her blood from her wrist.
Yes.
As she consumes her own blood, her eyes roll back into her head,
And now I sleep.
and control passes.
Fucking shit. Oh my god. Weird as shit.
Mm-hmm.
This game brings out the worst in us.
Yes. And anybody else? Beating, beating.
I have no points.
I think you're at points too, aren't you?
I'm out of points.
Demi! You can control in the hospital.
All right. There's a pediatric ward around here.
What?
You gotta go find it, Jane.
Wait.
Yeah, and she
Oh,
gets
no.
out of bed, struggling to her feet, and she's slipping inside in a little bit, and she's in a hospital gown. Her shitty little butt's exposed because no one's watching.
Her shitty ass.
And then she
They
walks
didn't even
towards
bother
the
to wipe
door.
for her.
No, they didn't. She walks towards the door and she says, "Where do I find it? Do I have to look around for it?"
There should be a sign somewhere, like a fire plaque.
Oh, and she looks over and she does see a sign for the pediatric ward pointing down the hallway.
Go find the children.
836, code green, room 836.
Yeah, you got it. And she starts moving down towards the hallway. And that nurse, he comes back and says, "Hey, where are you going? Why are you leaving your room?"
You tell them you're busy.
"Oh, look, I'm busy. I got things to do, people to see, treasures to nationalize." And he's like, "No, it's okay. Just come with me. Come with me." He tries to take your arm and glide you definitely.
Tell them you gotta use the bathroom.
All right. He's like, "I gotta poop." He's like, "Okay, how about I wait outside the bathroom for you?" And he leads you to the bathroom.
You tell him you can't take a shit if he's outside and you know he was outside. Tell him to go do something. You'll be back in your room in a minute.
Cancel code green.
Okay. And she says, "Hey, I can't shit if you're outside. Can you, leave and make me a deceit check there, Demi?"
It's a goddamn thing. You're an
no.
excellent liar.
Fuck's sakes. Demi.
Oh no.
Nah. I'm just gonna stand out here, don't worry. And unfortunately, as Jane goes to the bathroom, you fade out and control bidding starts again.
Does anyone have points?
Yes, no?
I'm out.
I'm out. Demi?
Demi?
I guess it's me. I'm betting 1.
Hey, well, you're back in control there.
Look, you take your shit, clear yourself out, Jane.
And she does. She clears herself completely out and wipes her butt. And
Now
like a-
tell him, knock on the door and tell him that you don't have any toilet paper. Tell him to go get some.
"Hey, can you get me some TP? There's none in here. No one signed the sheet in quite a while." And he's like, "Oh, okay. I'll go get you some toilet paper." You hear the footsteps lead away.
Wait 10 seconds and then charge out of that room and go to the pediatric section.
You charge out of the room, running down on the floor. You hear your bare feet slapping against the floor as you run down. You turn the corner, turn another corner, turn a third corner, go up an elevator, go down some stairs, and you finally arrive at the pediatric ward. There's the light crying of babies there in the distance. And you can hear mothers cooing to their children. And there's soft music playing in the background of Yankee Doodle Doo. And of course there's people passing by you, giving you strange looks as your butt is still exposed in this paper gown.
Look at those kids. Aren't they adorable?
Yeah, she presses her nose flat against that wide window that shows all the babies who are in there, all the preemies and unpreemies and ripes and 2 weeks late babies. Presses her face against the glass and it's like, "Yeah, oh, there's some cute little birds."
Go in there, find the cutest babo, and steal it.
"Oh, that sounds terrible. I don't know if I want to."
Jane, you want this. You've always wanted to be a mother, but unfortunately you haven't found the one. Though you may have tried.
Right. Okay.
Steal a babo.
And Jane starts moving towards the entrance to the door itself, and of course, there seems to be a nurse there. Let me grab a nurse. There's a nurse who's standing there, and she looks you up and down and says, "Can I help you?"
You tell her to mind her own goddamn business, and you're gonna go see your child.
"You're gonna mind your goddamn business. I'm gonna go see my child. Now move the fuck out of the way! And I guess make me some sort of deceit or intimidate or something check to this nurse. So she's like, oh,
4.
yes! And she kind of springs backward. Her clipboard flies out of her hand in surprise. She's like, oh, jeez, yes, who am I to keep a mother away from her baby? And as Jane busts through the door and looks around, hounding around, she's like, oh, which one's yours? Which one is it? You see a number of different babies. That are
Who are
around.
you?
Hmm?
What ethnicity are you, Jane?
She looks down at her arm. I think I'm white.
Find yourself a nice, cute African-American babo and claim that that one is yours.
Goes over and finds
Oh my
a
God.
little black baby, picks it up, and she's like, "They're my baby!" The woman's like, "Oh, looks at the chart." And Jane picks the baby and says, "I love you, baby," and starts kissing the baby on the head. The baby starts crying. Nurse is like, "How about I help you with that, huh? How about I help you get him
You
out?"
tell her you know exactly what you need to do to be a great mother, and you don't need her to fucking get in your business. Come on.
And she's like, "Yeah, I don't need you to get in my business. I know what's right for me and Jason." Ah! And you storm past the woman, the nurse, and she's very surprised. So you head back out into the hallway. Actually, yeah. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, almost there. So as you go out into the hallway, you see there's a woman who's standing there. Let me get a woman. Whole woman. So you get in the hallway with this beautiful baby boy named Jason. She points at you. She's also wearing a hospital gown, one a bit more fitting, and her butt's not hanging out. And she points at you and says, "Hey, that's my baby!"
You tell her she's mistaken.
It's
You
a
birthed
mistake,
little old Jeremy here your own.
Jason. But yeah, this is my Jeremy, and you know, he's fine, and he's my baby, and he came out my vagina. I dropped him with, in a pool. And she looks upset, confused. Want to make me a deceit check to try and fool this mother. That this is... And she's like, "Oh, I'm
no.
sorry. I thought that was... looks like my little
This is
baby."
Jeremy. Tell her this is Jeremy. She doesn't know who the hell she's dealing with right now.
"Yeah, this is Jeremy, and you don't know who the hell you're dealing with. I'm gonna stab you if you come near me and my child ever again. Leave me and my son alone." And she puts the baby in a football carry underneath her arm, holding onto its face as she carries it around. And you start making your way out of the hospital, and you bust out into the dirty streets again with the baby in your arms. There's still a dead
Damn right.
hobo. And as that happens, control passes, but I think everyone's out of willpower, isn't it?
I have 3 willpower.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God.
It's still
I've been
you!
waiting. Alright.
Fuck.
Wait, are we still in Pennsylvania?
You're still in Pennsylvania.
Take this newfound baby of yours, little Jeremy, back to the fucking museum.
Okay. And you hike with this little baby underneath your arms. It's crying and crying and crying. You make your way back to the National Archives. We get these museum noises again.
It'd be more than 10 minutes. Did you have to do one more, right? Because you have to
I'd
do a minute
say
one, I assume.
roll a d4. Or sorry, roll a d6. And see if she's still awake. If she can make it. No! As
Uh-oh.
you're heading towards the museum, beautiful museum, you trip, you fall on your face. As
Oh,
you
no, the
fall on your
baby.
face, You pass out. As you pass out, everybody gets 1 willpower.
Hey!
Let me, and I guess bid for control.
I need this one, guys.
That's what everyone says.
We'll see if you get it.
I need it!
All right, Akki and Emma, roll me d6.
Fate calls. The darkest timeline. Oh my god!
Do we roll
Reroll?
again?
I assume?
Yep. Keep rolling until one of
Oh
you
my god,
can.
yes. Yes.
1
Darkest
sec.
timeline. Darkest timeline.
Doop, doop, doop. All right. As Jane opens her eyes, she's on her back in the middle of a grass field. She hears the giggling of children, the creaking of chains, and the sound of butt sliding against very hot slides, hot plastic. And she finds herself in a children's park.
Is the baby still there?
No, there's no baby.
There's no baby.
The baby's gone. You don't know where the baby went, but it's fine. Stupid baby. And she's like, oh god, where's my baby? This guy.
Jane,
Not you. Oh,
are you
please.
waking again, Jane?
No.
I am so thirsty, Jane.
I can get some water.
The children, Jane.
Oh, not the children.
All the young ones. Go forth, Jane. Find the softest looking one and rip out his throat with your teeth.
And there's some, of course, parents are standing idly by, but they're mostly chatting with each other. And let's get some children.
Oh no. Oh my god.
See some children who are playing in the yard.
Ah,
They
yes.
seem to be dressed up in what look like superhero costumes. One seems to be dressed as a raccoon. Another seems to be dressed up in all tinfoil, calling himself Professor Chaos. He's like, oh guys, I'm gonna get you good. Yeah, I am. Whoa.
Yes. You see it, don't you, Jane? Like a potato on the grill. It bakes itself for us, Jane. Devour it.
You walk up to the kids, and the kids look up at you, and the one's like, who are you? And the kid.
You see, it wrapped itself in foil. Devour it, Jane.
Ah. And you look at the child who's all in foil. He's like, what? I'm Professor Chaos, and I'm gonna get you, do-gooder. And Jane looks down at the child. It's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna unwrap you like a potato on a barbecue. And why don't you make me a check against this little boy?
Gotta go for the throat with knowledge of anatomy. I'm real sneaky. I'm just gonna boom right like that.
All right.
Oh no!
Oh! As you try to grab
I
the
can't beat
child,
Professor Chaos.
you lean down, you grab him in your hand, you're like, oh jeez, and he kicks you in the face. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, nut butters. Oh, mom's gonna ground me. And as that happens, it switches. Rules.
Oh
The
no!
kid- The other kids are like, what is going on?
This is a fight between the King of Strength and Professor Chaos. Moon doesn't like to be upset.
All right, Emma. Who's got kicked in the face or kicked in the vagina by a child?
Oh God.
Ah!
All right, kid. Here's the deal.
Oh,
If
what
I
is
can
it?
beat you at video games, you have to help me bang your mom.
And the one kid's like, well, geez, I don't know. My mom's married my dad, and I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
What she's gonna do. The one kid's like, Cartman's mom's a whore. You can go for her. He's like, her. Like, yeah, you can go for Cartman's mom.
Sounds
It'll be fine.
perfect. You can
Um,
pick any game and I'll crush you.
Like, he's like, okay, we're gonna play some, I don't know, red Skyrim obliteration. Yeah, it's a fighting game. And they lead you back to their house. Give me 1 sec. Stupid. 1 sec.
How?
Can't play some Raid
Picture
Shadow
ready.
Legends. I don't. Of course, I don't have pictures ready.
Oh yeah, I'm in there.
I remember.
I remember.
All right, you head over to Cartman's mom's house. And they leave you inside. You sit down on the couch. And
We're
you
in
sit down on the couch.
Pennsylvania.
Well, now you're in Colorado. You woke up there. You don't
DC
know
doesn't
how.
even border
don't know
Pennsylvania.
why.
I don't know why we keep saying Pennsylvania. It borders Maryland and Virginia.
I don't know geography.
Demi, are you alive?
Oh my god.
Hello.
Hello, Debbie.
Why?
Alright.
Why are you asking me that, Akki?
Okay, so as you head over to Cartman's mom's house, they start up the video game system and they hand you a controller. And Cartman said, okay, if you can beat me, you guess you can bang my mom.
Great.
And why don't you roll me for video games? Huzzah! So
Say,
describe how you
yes.
continue playing and you win against Cartman.
Yeah, so, what's the console called in South Park?
There's I think it's like an orb or something. I don't know.
Oh,
The
God.
game
The
station.
Okama Game Sphere.
Okama
Yeah,
Game
Okama
Sphere.
Game Sphere.
So,
I forgot about that.
We're playing Red Skyrim Oblivion
Yep.
on the Okama Game Sphere. And I'm just like spanking this kid. And once I have total victory, Jane turns to him and says, "Guess you can call me daddy now."
I
Oh
guess
my
you can
God.
call me daddy now. And Eric's like, yeah! And he starts coming after you with his coon claws and starts slapping and wiping at you and attacking you. And Jane's like, oh god, it hurts. What do I do? There's a child. Ah!
Just say, a deal's a deal. You have to help me have sex with your mom now.
Yeah, here's the deal. You gotta let me have sex with your mom. He's like, yeah,
He just goes very high pitched. He just keeps attacking you. And they're like, Cartman, stop! He's not stopping. Oh, roll me something to avoid this. Is his mom comes down the stairs and says, Cartman, Eric, what are you doing with your little friends and new friend who's older?
Hi,
And
Mrs.
woman.
Eric.
You're still being attacked right now.
Can I just like hold him at arm's length?
Make me a check to hold this child back.
Damn.
Because he's a fat little child.
Oh,
God.
Oh no.
The coon keeps ripping you apart. As the coon rips you apart, the control passes.
I've been two. I don't have two. He wants to loan me some points.
No.
No.
Is it me up with Demi?
I think it's just Demi.
Demi's the only one. Demi, you get control.
Listen here, Jane. They've got some candy in their kitchen. Go steal that right now.
And so, as you roll out of the way of the attack, you run into the kitchen. You're searching around. He's coming behind you, going, "Yeah!" And why don't you make me a quick, I don't know, search check? What do you want to do in here? You have a kid coming after you. You're looking for candy. How do you make your way out of this?
Just grab it and run.
Hey, make me a check for grabbing it and running.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, there's some candy there's some cheese cubes on the countertop, and you grab them, and he's like, and he starts screaming and reeing, and you book it out of the back door, through the fence. You recognize this place. It's the place that you were, a clown for. And she's like, don't I know that person? Is the mother. And as you run out of the backyard, and I guess back on the street, control passes. Got your thing.
I bid 0.
Is it just me again? Am I the only one?
I still have 0.
We
Are you
got
going back
zero.
to the-
Pass out again.
All right. So it's you, Demi. You're in
Great.
control.
Listen, you've been here. You know some of the parents. You know some of them have children. Go to one of them who has a baby.
All right. There's I know some. There's the PC babies. There's a whole bunch of babies. There's like 5.
Go there. Go there now.
And you start heading to PC principal and Trump woman's house. And as you head there, you see the door it's locked. Right now, there's a
Knock
locked
on their
You
door.
knock on the door, and you see that it's actually a nanny right now who is taking care of them.
Introduce yourself, Jane.
I need a house. One sec, I need a new house. Oh no. Seems like, hi, I'm Jane Doe. Nice to meet you. I'm here to. What am I here for? To taking the baby? Should I tell them?
Book of Mormon.
I'm here to spread the word of the Book of Mormon. And the nanny says, "Oh, I don't think we're looking to convert to Mormonism here."
Tell them she's being insensitive.
And James says, you're being real insensitive of my beliefs. I think you should, like, let me talk to you real quick. And why
This is
don't you
turning
make
into Shaggy.
yeah, why don't you make me a distinct check there? I'm trying to convince this male nanny.
Oh my god.
God. He's like, okay, fine, come in, just come in. You head inside and hear the crying of 5 babies as they overheard that they're being, discriminatory against their beliefs. And you hear, wah! As you see 5 babies with sunglasses.
Tell them it's okay and that you're here now and you're here to spread the word of the Book of Mormon.
Sniffle. They look up to you in anticipation.
Tell them it's easier if you grab them real close and gather them all together.
Yeah, I gotta bring them all on the couch and all together in a huge hug, and that's how they spread the word of Mormon. Yeah,
Is the nanny there with you?
yeah, and the nanny's still standing there, crossing their arms.
Politely ask the nanny to bring a snack that the babies will enjoy.
Do you mind bringing a snack for these 5 babies? They're hungry. I can tell they're hungry. I was like, okay, all right, sure. Do you want anything while I'm in the kitchen? She's like, yeah, give me apples and apples. Thanks. And the nanny rolls her eyes and goes into the kitchen.
While the nanny is distracted, snatch up as many babies as you can and run.
All right, make me a check for grabbing babies and running.
I will use the rest of my points, all 3 of my remaining willpower.
All right, do it.
Not that it mattered.
Oh my god.
So as you grab all 5 of these babies up into your arms, you bust down the door with your foot, and you start running down the road and into the distance as the nanny calls out for you, shaking their fist. You carry these crying babies, and the screen fades to black, and that's the end of this fucking game. Woo!
Oh my
Now, does
god.
that count as 1, or does that count as 6?
I was
in
gonna
total, or
say,
5
yeah.
babies?
5 babies.
What's the goal?
Well, my objection number 2 was steal a baby from a mama.
Oh, but you didn't steal it from a mama, did you?
Technically.
You stole it
Mama
from a
won't be
babysitter.
All right. So what points did you all get total?
I think I got 6.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to keep track. Shit. Well, let me
stole
see. I
candy.
drank blood twice,
Yeah,
or
you stole
3
candy.
times.
I
Twice.
stole candy from 1
I
baby
killed
and I
2
stole
people.
6 babies.
You
Did I
stole
kill
6
2 or 3
babies.
people? I killed 3 people, right?
12, 13 for Demi.
So 3 times 2, so 6, 7, 8. I've got like 8 or something.
So 8 for Akki, 13 for Demi.
8 or 9, yeah.
Birthday boy Demi wins.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
How
So
did you
many
get it?
babbies.
We did not steal the Declaration of Independence. I will call
That's
that
true.
a loss.
You failed your duty.
But I won in my heart because I made a real life cameo. in the
You're
game.
so lucky that it picked up after that baby was gone because he was gonna eat it.
Oh no.
He was gonna eat the fucking baby. Oh my god.
In my heart of hearts, I knew it was the right thing to do.
You guys got so lucky. I was gonna say, if there had been like a little, like, food shop there, he would have had you put the meat in, like, just
Ooh,
in
who
there.
just left?
I don't
Oh,
know.
it was the Discord bot.
Music player.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I have to stop recording.